First up, out of retirement and into the fire news. Retirees, the number one source of customers telling you stories that go nowhere. After the Morrison government's failure to allow the age of forklift drivers to drop below that of an adult, they have decided this time to go in the other direction. Unleash the elderly! New rules being talked about could mean retirees could be allowed to work without having their government payments reduced, leading papers to declare that a grey army is coming to fill staff shortages from lazy millennials and Gen Zers across the economy who are banging on about some sort of need to be represented fairly and equitably. Whatever. Whereas older generations just shut up and took it from their bosses and certainly won't complain that they have to listen to 20 and 30-year-olds who have nothing better to do but complain about life. That wouldn't be their style at all. In a move that should come as a surprise to absolutely nobody, as the coalition has always relied on the elderly to get them through everything, especially elections, word is that they are considering getting franking credits for them by investing some of the money without a payment reduction, just on the down low. Lobby group National Seniors said axing the income test on the age pension would be a powerful incentive for people in their 60s and 70s to stay in the workforce. Now that they just need to find an incentive for bosses to hire older employees when even the young staff that they have are struggling to keep up with the outrageous demands on time, speed, and physical capabilities. But I'm sure that won't be a problem at all. With some workplaces like Amazon concerned that they're actually going to run out of new employees to hire as they destroy the hope and the bodies of so many of their employees. I can't imagine expecting a 70-year-old man to piss into a water bottle would go over well. Though, maybe they'll exclusively hire people with catheters who won't need to stop and do young people things like use their urethra to take a whiz. An increasing number of businesses are reporting struggling to find workers, with the jobless rate at 4.2% and forecast by the Reserve Bank to end around 3.75% at the end of 2022. Though there has been few reports about the reason certain employers are struggling to find workers, like are they offering a living wage to workers? Are the reasonable demands on hours being made and siding with their staff when customers lose their shit in store? Is that being offered or not? And very little is made of the fact that we actually have a value that's called the NIRU, the non-accelerating inflation rate of unemployment. Now, the NIRU is the lowest unemployment rate that can be sustained without causing wages and growth and inflation to rise. They literally call it spare capacity because we got all these bums sitting around not working as much as they could or as much as they should or even at all. So we need to incentivize them with some wage rises. The government has increased the job seeker income free area and the age pension work bonus in a bid to bring more people into the jobs market. Under the bonus, the first $300 of fortnightly income is not counted toward the pension income test, just like it was during the JobKeeper period, which allowed people to work even though there was no actual work to be done. And goes to show that they know, they are fully aware the number is way too low for people to actually earn any kind of money and not remain flat broke anyway. But they're not going to do anything about it. Australia's labour participation rate among people over 65 is 15.2%. While the rate has increased over recent years, that has largely matched the lift since 2017 in the retirement age. So really it's remaining about the same because people can't retire unless you let them. And most of them can't afford the FIRE lifestyle. Not to mention the fact that the the age of the pension access actually reaches 67 in mid-2023, increasing the percentage of people in that age group exponentially. So we can look for a grey army boom! They must just have been really inspired by the recent spate of prominent septuagenarians taking on high-profile jobs such as the American president in the last half-decade. National Seniors cited New Zealand as an example of the problems caused by Australia's approach to means testing of the age pension. In New Zealand, where the jobless rate fell to a record low of 3.2% in December, almost a quarter of all pensioners work, whereas fewer than 3% of the Australian pensioners are in the workforce. And seeing these numbers, I will say it is time for these lazy boomers and silent generationists, I don't know how you collectively pronounce them, like millennial silent generationers, silent generationists, whatever, to get off their lazy butts and get back to work. They need to earn a place in society and stop bleeding the state dry. These are supposed to be the ones who just shut up and do it. And now that it needs doing, where are they? Where are they? Crying about what they deserve like a bunch of privileged babies. If you didn't spend all your money on jelly, salad, and saved for your retirement, you'd be able to take a holiday to Bali and wander the beach in a half falling off sarong, annoyed that the locals speak their own language, but you didn't. You didn't, did you? So get back to it. Get back to work.